Queen Tulsa, baby. Your favorite shade, your hottest tea, and your headline queen. The Wendy Williams of YouTube, iconic, epic, and always petty when I need to be. Queen Tulsa, I'm the queen of YouTube. I'm the Wendy Williams of YouTube. Treat me right, I'll treat you right. Treat me wrong, I'll treat you wrong. Hit that like, I don't bite. Hit that like, I promise you'll like. Cameras on, baby, I control the stage. Every headline bends when I set the page. Hot topics burn, I deliver with grace. Shady little smirk while I give you faith. From the gossip rooms to the YouTube fight. Turn petty words into sleepless nights. If I say stops here, then it's all through. No one drops tea like I go. I'm the queen of YouTube. I'm the Wendy Williams of YouTube. Treat me right, I'll treat you right. Treat me wrong, I'll treat you wrong. Hit that like, I don't bite. Hit that like, I promise you'll like. Like and subscribe, let the numbers climb. Serving raw truth with a touch of divine. Breaking news, baby, I say it bold. Every word drips, hotter than gold. Discussing cases, I keep receipts. I'm a boss in heels with the fire and heat. You want the tea, I'll pour it smooth. I'm Queen Tulsa, baby, I set the mold. Sweet on the lips, but sharp when I speak. Petty when I want, but my shade unique. Iconic, epic, I reign supreme. Queen Tulsa, the boss, I'm the headline queen. Don't get it twisted, baby. You came for the gossip, but you stayed for the queen. I don't chase views, views chase me. Now sip that tea, and don't forget to hit that like. Queen Tulsa, I'm the queen of YouTube. I'm the Wendy Williams of YouTube. Treat me right, I'll treat you right. Treat me wrong, I'll treat you wrong. Hit that like, I don't bite. Hit that like, I promise you like. And remember, if I say it stops here, it stops here.
All right. Greetings, royal queens and kings. It's your host, Queen Tulsa, and welcome back to the Queen Tulsa Show. Listen here. We are back on this day, Monday, October the 13th. The current time is 8:02 p.m. Thank you all for listening to the intro music. We hope that you like it. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We got a great lineup for you today. We do have TASHAK. We have Andy Cohen. We have Wendy Osefo. We have Karen Huger, Jassi Rideau, who was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she makes her return for the second time. And then we have KATT Williams, who TASHAK interviewed his brother. And baby, when I tell you that the tea is hot, baby, the tea is hot, is overpouring, honey. It is. At first, it was a drought, but baby, when I tell you, listen. Let me just get into some things because I'm a freestyle majority of this show. Let's get into it. Period. You said put your name in the title. Okay, we definitely going to put your name up in the title too. Let's go ahead and get King Payne. The official King Payne is definitely in the building. Let me go ahead and change that right now. But listen here, you guys. So outside of like hot topics and celebrity news here on YouTube, we have, if you guys do not know who Denot is a YouTuber here on YouTube. He's very controversial, and he was recently hit with a pen by the singer artist Cardi B when she was just at her court appearance. And it was a lot. He is now in anger management, but it's not due to that fact. He actually was locked up. He had like $1 million bond or $500,000 bond, and then it went down, and he eventually got out, which I don't know how, and I don't know why. Some people that are just unhinged. This individual has went after Armand Wiggins. He has went after Tisa Tails. He has went after Gene Deal. I mean, when you talk about this day and age, okay. When we're talking about this day and age, when it comes to like violence and threats and things like that, I don't take any of it lightly. And I'm suggesting that anybody that has received a threat of violence or anything like that, Please, please, please do not take any of that serious. All right, so let's get into it. We have the official campaign in here. We have Farida in the building. Replay for me. Yes. Okay. The after show care. Yes. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into the Real Housewives of Atlanta this season. Well, listen here. They say that Drew Sidora and K Michelle got into a little hissy, kerfuffle, tizzy, whatever you want to call it. The girls had gotten to it. Y'all already know what the reality show gives. You pretty much have to have a storyline. You got to have some type of backbone, and you definitely have to know how to read. Because if you don't, these girls will chew you up and spit you out like nobody's business. But let's get into it, and shout out to Media Takeout. Atlanta Housewives drama. Drew and K Michelle fight. Explosive fight on Real Housewives of Atlanta set. K Michelle reportedly tries to swing on Drew Sidora. Things got very real during the filming of the new season of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Media Takeout has the exclusive tea. Multiple sources who were on set tell us that new cast member K Michelle and longtime housewife Drew Sidora got into a wild altercation that almost turned physical. You know, when I think about this story in K Michelle, I automatically go back to Love and Hip Hop when K Michelle and Rashida had their beef, which is an ongoing beef, still currently to this day, because K Michelle still sings the song, you know, Rashida got bags, however it goes. You guys know it. Don't get me involved in that. But Drew Sidora, I think that you finally met your match. And with all those acting skills, I mean, K Michelle, I don't know, maybe you should have done your research on K Michelle, because K Michelle is a girl that has a voice. She has spoken up about DV, domestic violence, when she was in a relationship with Myth Hits. Myth. Anywho, she was in a relationship with him, and actually, I just saw a replay of him being on marriage boot camp with his then um, fiance or wife, Toya, who's Lil Wayne's child's mother, Regina Carter. Fast forward. K Michelle has definitely, I feel like she's found herself. If you guys do not know K Michelle, she has a kitchen line. She has K Michelle is just not her voice. Like she's really invested when you talk about home, garden, and things like that. She definitely is definitely the girl that I will follow. And check out some of her stuff. Just Google her up. K Michelle kitchenware, diningware. Just look it up, and you guys will thank me later. According to our insiders, it all started over something petty, but classic housewives drama, a debate about who's the better singer. The reason why I'm laughing is because the shade that Drew was throwing to Shamia, and how Shamia had come out, expanded her brand. She did like a whole concert type of situation. Um, yeah, the tables have definitely turned. Karma has definitely hit Dory, or what is his name? Drew. Drew, it hit her very quickly. Both women are professional vocalists, and apparently neither was willing to back down. Well, K Michelle has my vote. From shouting match to almost swinging, one eyewitness told Media Takeout it started as just shade. K Michelle made a slick comment about Drew singing something like she should stick to act seconds. They were yelling at each other across the room. So they were giving us drama pretty much. At first, she was heated. Another source told us Drew stood up too, and it looked like they were about to throw hands. That's when security jumped in, of course. According to our sources, K Michelle allegedly lunged toward Drew, but Security stepped in just in time to keep things from getting violent. The cameras, of course, were rolling the entire time, so fans will get to see the moment play out when the new season airs. Mm, 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 mm. This is getting messy. And am I ready to see K Michelle on a reality show? I mean, I don't know, Drew. What are we going to get this season? Are we still talking? You forgave Portia for meeting up with him. That was supposed to be a kumbaya moment. I'm really not seeing the relevance of bringing Drew back. Like, Drew doesn't bring it. I see Phaedra's back, Portia's back, is Shamia's back, Cynthia's back. And then we have, of course, the new ladies, Kate Michelle, which I'm actually happy to see her. I want to see what type of era she's in, being a wife, because I've only seen her being a girlfriend. Joining the cast, Bravo producers were already expecting more spice, and it looks like they got exactly what they wanted. It's given love and hip hop Atlanta. Jumping up, I just immediately thought of her jumping up in, was that Mimi's apartment? Um, no, that was, I don't think it was Mimi's apartment. It was somebody's apartment. But anywho, let's get into it. One insider laugh as well. It's messy. It's going to be ratings gold. Oh my goodness. Okay, are we ready for this though? Well, they said that a housewife was born, so let's see. This explosive fight reportedly happened during a group scene with several other housewives present, and we're told that production had to be shut down temporarily while everyone cooled off the aftermath. As of now, neither Cayman Michelle nor Drew has publicly. Two women are being kept apart on set for the time being. Also, a production insider told us producers love the drama, but they also don't want anyone actually getting hurt. They're trying to keep the peace. But when these two, that's easier said than done. So, Drew. You guys, if you want to check this article out, definitely come on over, give it a check out. Oh, that was the end of it. Okay, so we'll finish it. Okay, so actually, we'll look out of that. Actually, we're going to go to the next article. All right, so while we're waiting for this to come up, let's talk about Tasha K's interview with Cat Williams' brother. Now, this is my thing I want to say to any survivors, victims of that. Get the help that you deserve because help is available. Um, it's a lot going on in the world today, and you just got to be careful. You got to be prayed up. It's a lot. All right, so we're gonna get into Real Housewives of Potomac, Ashley Darby, and her trolling or getting her moments. Now, listen here. Apparently, there were whispers. Um, that I know that Wendy was facing all these situations with law enforcement and, being on high alert to see if the police were going to be after her. At that event at the Blossom, the second Blossom, Ashley was like, "We have a surprise," and Wendy was like, "What's the surprise? We have a special." No, she was like, "We have a special guest," and Wendy was like, "Who's a surprise?" Like she don't want. Wendy does not want any surprises, so I'm gonna be looking to see how surprised Wendy is on this season. Okay, and I want you all to as well. Real Housewives of Potomac star Ashley Darby has reacted to Dr. Wendy Osefo's arrest, and unlike former co-star Candace Dillard, she isn't writing for her. We're making melodies, not felonies, if you know what I mean. I'm just throwing it out there. Ashley says in a clip below. In case there's some confusion, that's what we're doing around here. That's all I'm doing here, just making melodies. This ain't news to us. This just news to y'all. This is given. It's about to be a messy reunion. A messy reunion. Will Wendy come to the reunion? Jeez, this is a lot. This is a lot. This is a lot. Wendy and husband Eddie Osefo were hit with over a dozen charges of insurance fraud, conspiracy insurance fraud, and making false statements to police officers on Thursday, October the 9th. Okay, so this was all over the tabloids. Everywhere you looked, it was there. So this is what Ashley says. We know what she's going to say. I don't need to hear it again. This woman has a whole family, no matter if you believe her or not, but I don't know. It's heavy. The Carroll County Sheriff's Office alleges that the couple staged a robbery while they were on a trip to Jamaica and falsely claimed almost $500,000 in stolen items and property damage to three separate insurance companies. Okay, so we played that the other day. All right, so the article goes on to say Dr. Wendy Osefo and her husband, Edward Osefo, are back home safely with their family and in good spirits. They're grateful for the outpouring of concern and support from friends, fans, and colleagues. The Osefos, alongside their legal team, look forward to the day in court. At this time, they respectfully ask for privacy as they focus on their family and the legal process ahead. We wouldn't have to be interested in this conversation or this topic if y'all hadn't made the news. Like, you sat up here and you made three different claims with the insurance company. Of course, it's going to trigger it off. And if you don't know anything about the fraud department, baby, like, they do not play. Like, they will lock you down. And I just say, just be honest in any and everything that you have going on when it comes to things like that. So let's go ahead and let's move on to our next topic that we have up here. All right, so F Ice. Okay, so this woman right here, this particular woman right here, she says, Chappelle Rowan says, F Ice forever. DHS claps back. Pop star Chappelle Rowan made waves during her recent Pasadena show, speaking out against ICE raids. The singer, known for her LGBTQ plus anthems, used the moment to reject the current political gigs. Rowan told the crowd, I don't know. I just don't want to have that strange sense of professionalism about here, she added. LA is my favorite city in the world, to be honest. In my opinion, Los Angeles is the best city in the world. She's Missouri, and I had a really, really tough time the first 5 years. Okay, now she goes on to say, I loved LA more than everything when I saw how the community came together in Altadena to help and seeing the Palisades, and I just really that I'm so lucky to be able to live here and play here, and this city has taken care of me, and it's only my duty to take ice forever. Ice. F ice with the arena, and the clip made its way to the Department of Homeland Security. In response, the Homeland Security Assistant Secretary for Public Affairs, Trish, is good. Pedophiles are bad. That's who we're getting off our streets. Get a grip. you know, you know what? You know what? Listen, if she was our color, what do y'all think would have happened? Everybody would have been like, cancel her. Let's get her on up out of here. She's this is rhetoric. This is misinformation. Baby, the administration would have been on that. MAGA supporters, where y'all at, honey? All right, now listen, let's get into it since we're speaking of Real Housewives. We can't forget our girl Portia. You know we love us some Portia. Portia and got her boo is baby is cute. Listen, if if this is okay, so meet Atlanta housewife Portia's the girlfriend. She's a hustler. Portia Williams goes public with stud girlfriend Patrice Sway McKinney. Roa star's new love raises eyebrows. Media take out it again. Atlanta. Oh, McKinney, are they cousins? But speculation that Portia was dating a white woman. But this week she made it clear Sway is the one by her side for now, honey. Okay, and listen here, I wouldn't be surprised if she got her. Portia, Angela, Phaedra, and Sway Portia's rumored girlfriend filming for season 17. Okay, we don't want to play that because we don't want to get struck by Bravo, but we'll read the articles. So it says Portia introduced her new boo Sway to her Roa castmates Phaedra Parks and Angela Oakley while filming scenes for season 17. Sources close to production tell media, and the footage is over and business, which bills itself as the first Black-owned salon suite franchise in the U.S. The company helps small businesses owners open and operate their own beauty and barber spaces. Okay. But inside sources, Sway may have paid a placement fee to be featured on the show in hopes of boosting her company's visibility. Now, listen here. Let me tell you one thing about Hustler. Hustler. Listen, if you got to get on, if you got to pay me, if you got to do what you got to do, baby. Because listen here, Portia has bills. Portia's got that mortgage. Portia's got bills. And so listen here, any ambassadors, any affiliate, you want to join Portia affiliate program, baby, sign on up, but you got to sign an NDA. Let's get into it. Oh, very kept, very clean. One of my superpowers is that if you talk to me about your dream, you'll start to dream even bigger. Oh, I hope that is not the same line that Simon had given her, but let's go ahead and continue. All right. As one Bravo insider put it, Portia's smart. She knows a storyline. When she sees one in Sway, she knows good marketing when she sees it. Divorce, debt, in a desperate rebrand. Portia's new relationship comes. Businessman Simon Guobadia expensive. According to court documents obtained by the media takeout, Simon was ordered to pay $40,000 per month in spousal support, but he reportedly hasn't paid Portia a dime. That's left the reality star scrambling to cover the $20,000 monthly mortgage and utilities on Simon's lavish $4 million Sandy Springs mansion. A source close to Portia says she's been through a lot. The divorce drained her emotionally and financially. The show is her comeback, and she knows she needs to get it together. Oh, listen. Shout out to Portia. I'm always gonna, girl, do your thing. But child, we got Sway on here. Child, y'all got Sway on the show. Baby, y'all have Sway on the show. All right, so let's go ahead and get into, let's just have a conversation about the Real Housewives of Potomac, right? Okay, so when it comes to the Real Housewives of Potomac, they're in their new season right now. Of course, last season when everything happened and the reunion happened, Karen did not make it to the reunion, but she did a virtual video to where the girls could see, and she had given her statement. Now, Wendy on that last episode was like, she's not a friend, this, that, and the third. And Karen went to jail. You got to be careful how you treat people because you just never know like how the tables are going to turn. And then here we go right around again. Now we have Wendy, Osefo, and Eddie getting locked up because you decided to go out there and do 3 insurance claims, right? And then they send that there are alleged text messages that Eddie wanted to get he wanted to reach the max on a policy of the insurance that you guys had. So when you just talk about that and break that down, and y'all supposed to be rational people, you're supposed to be a doctor, you've been to the White House, you've been to press conferences. I mean, you're in this reality. And so if you notice that if they caught Michael Darby pumping it in some 8-inch heels, why didn't you think that they were going to get your dirt? And see, this is my thing, Wendy. Your mom has to put the candles down. She's got to stop laying those candles down. She's got to stop chanting those spells because, girl, I mean, we really have to talk about that. Like, girl, you cannot. And when you're in a marriage, like, you should not be answering to your mom. I mean, I get that's your mom and stuff, but you're not her bank. And maybe she put the pressure on y'all by asking y'all for money because she did do that on the last episode. She was fighting about her money. And you were like, okay, well, I'll give you your allowance and I'm obligated and this is what I'm supposed to do. No, if you got married, you're obligated to your husband and your kids. Everybody else is second. All right, so let's get into Jassi. So Jassi's back. I feel like Jassi is going to bring it this season. A lot of people are had their feelings about Jassi on the her first season, and they were saying that, oh, she stole this woman's man, and their family, everybody's on board. I can most definitely tell you guys that. I can tell you that Jassi is going to come through with class. She's very educated. She's very authentic. When it comes to her finances, Jassi is very responsible. Very responsible. She has a well-educated husband, very responsible, very disciplined. And so with Jassi, I just kind of feel like I love to see our brown-skinned girls shine, but I really think that this season is really going to be a season where we get to know Jassi a little bit more, and she's going to like execute like, yes, I'm beauty, I'm brains, but also I can get in there and I can hang with these women, and not on a negative tip. And shout out to her because when they were on their last trip, their cash trip, Karen didn't have a dress. Jassi had given her red dress. So definitely a girl's girl, definitely somebody that you want to keep your eye on. I'm trying to tell you. Okay. And congratulations to Mrs. Harris because she was Jazzy Rideau on first season, but this season she's Mrs. Harris. Hazelwood, Mrs. Okay. And listen here, you all. Did y'all see the rock on her finger? Baby, get into it. Okay. So, Cat Williams. Cat Williams, Cat Williams, Cat Williams. Cat Williams. Tasha K is definitely doing her big one. I feel like when you were on Club Shay Shay and you were like, this is a year of reveal, and do you think that by you coming out and different people receiving consequences and repercussions because of their past actions, like P. Diddy, like what's his name? Oh my God, the big buff dude with the glasses, Shannon Sharp. Then Ray J. You got the Kardashians. You have Wendy osefo. I mean, it's just a lot. It's just a lot coming down the chimney. Like, and it's not even Christmas yet. So in my opinion, I just, like I said, I want to see that interview. I really want to see that interview. And you guys, okay. All right, so that was all my commentary. I'm going to have to come back, and I want to thank you all so much. Have a wonderful day on purpose.